Okay, so my name's Andrea, and my foster TED Talk, I'm going to go over some scheduling automation that we use here at Giorgio Humane Society's Rescue Village for our foster program. So a little bit about our foster program to start out. Our shelter is a nonprofit animal shelter without a government contract. Right now, I've been placing about 500 animals in foster care a year, give or take. Our current placement rate for this year, 39.4% of our total intakes gone to foster care. Obviously, COVID has played a huge role in utilizing foster for us. And our average intake is around 1,500 to 2,000 animals a year. So it's not a huge number of animals because we're a small nonprofit. We have one full-time foster coordinator, that's me. I also manage the trap neuter return program. So automation has been my best friend throughout all of this to help me stay organized, because without it, it'd probably be a mess. So we use FullSlate. It's a cloud-based appointment scheduling software. I learned about FullSlate at a Maddie's apprenticeship in Charleston, South Carolina. They use that, and their coordinators talked really highly about it. So it gives you a trial run. So we tested it out and we really liked it. We were just using Google Calendar at that point. We tried out a few other options, and FullSlate seemed to be the best one that works for us. So it does send out automatic appointment reminders, confirmations, all that stuff. So once something's scheduled, I don't have to worry about following up with a foster. They can schedule their own appointments. You can create tags. You can send an email to every foster or just your adult dog fosters. And really, once it's set up, it just runs itself. Fosters don't have to create a login, but I do encourage them to, because it makes scheduling appointments easier for them. So, I mean, the big reason that we picked FullSlate was how it just automatically sends out so many reminders and confirmations. Fosters can schedule their own appointments. When they take home an animal, I give them a card, and it just says your foster will be due for an appointment on this date. They take it home and just schedule it themselves for a day and time that works for them. FullSlate also lets you put a button on your website so it lets you put a button on your website that fosters can go to press to easily schedule. It also gives you a landing page that you can, like create your own name for. Ours is just like rescuevillage.fullslate.com. But what I did, I made a QR code and I just popped that in the foster manual and then on the appointment cards that the fosters get. That way they can just scan it with their phone. It also lets you color code appointments. So we use FullSlate for also our intake appointments. So it's one shared calendar between myself and the intake department. We work in the same hall and share the same clinic to do appointments. So it works out well for us that way. Bigger organizations might need to do more than one calendar. Has text message options, and you can customize your landing page and all the email templates that are sent. There are free calendar options out there, I'm sure, as a lot of us know about, but again, this one worked the best for us and kind of what we were needing to do with it between the two departments. We pay $29, like $30 a month. The price goes up a little higher if you need more than one calendar and so on. We pay monthly. You can sign up for a whole year and you get a little bit of a discount, but we want to do monthly. That way we can, anytime if we decide this isn't the calendar for us, we can switch. And there's no like cancellation fee. This is kind of like what it looks like. I just went to kind of a blank week in our calendar for privacy reasons, but we kind of have like set up things that are kind of standing in here. It's funny because we have this lunch hour on here, but obviously it never gets used as lunch hour. So we can put in like we have our TNR check-in in the morning, that we won't schedule any intakes or foster appointments during that time. So all the white space is where appointments can be made, and you can customize those hours yourself. So I just have them set up for what works best for my schedule, and then that way the fosters can then work around that. So that's what that looks like. And then this is just like one of the templates I send out for when they schedule a foster wellness appointment. It'll already plug in their name, your shelter, the day, the time, and then you can add anything you want in. Like right now I have COVID spiking in our area, so we've been strict about the mask wearing and social distancing, but just as a visual reminder for fosters to keep that in mind when they show up. And we have all sorts of customized ones over here. Some of these came with FullSlate, like cancel class. We don't have classes that we hold, but if we ever got to a point where we could do that again, this is definitely a calendar that we could use for that. So, it's automated. It makes my life really easy because it just kind of runs itself and I have to do minimal management with it. So yeah, that's the end.